Leogan here, down at Eccles Boxing School?
Boxing school.
Boxing school, where I'm going to chat to Harry the Hatchet Martin. How are you doing, kiddo?
All right, just finished training, 6:30 till time
It's been a long one, this, mate. You start before everyone else.
I do, yeah.
When I got here, some of the ladies had just finished their class, they were going out, and you were on here on your own. You did a tough 4 or 5 rounds on the pads with Brian, your coach.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that's it, it's a quiet day for him or something. And you finished on the wall bag, you did 5 bags in there, I thought it was all over and done with. And suddenly you got offered a bit of sparring and you went, yeah, no problem.
Always. Never turned down sparring. No, a good session really.
Very good
some in and
session.
out sparring with Alex and Reese and Dom, but Dom's shoulder went. But yeah, good. Some good in-house rounds early. Nice.
Yeah, well, I enjoy. I've filmed Reese a few times. He's only a young kid, but he's a very exciting kid.
Coming up.
All Alex is at a good level now, and hopefully some point this year he might be picking up his first title.
We'll see. Hopefully.
But the reason why I'm down here is to chat to you because on June the 7th
next week,
you go and you're on arguably I think the biggest show of the year for us. The biggest show of the year.
Yeah.
We've got 10 fights down at Bolton Arena, which you've not boxed at before. Both your fights previously been at the Hideout, haven't they?
Yeah, both fights been at the Hideout. Big show, big card. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to being on this one. This is my. I'd say, this is the biggest card I've been on. You know, you've got a title fight on there, undercard is Zelfa Barrett as well.
Well, that's what I was going to say, Zelfa on there.
That's really good for me.
Yes,
I'm happy with that, you know what I mean? Ticket sales are going well. There's still some left, so we'll get in touch with me.
Going back to that, that's one good thing about you, is you bring a great crowd, mate, every time. I mean, they go mental, don't they?
They do.
You've got a real good fan base there, mate.
For me, I've got the best fans in the world. I mean, some might have their own and stuff like that, but they're my best fans in the world, them. 150, 70, nearly 200 on my first one, Lee.
Yeah.
You know, to me, that's...
Well, they're going to be treated, because whoever buys a ticket to watch you are going to get treated to a really good show, because we've not only got, obviously, you on there, but we've, as you mentioned before, we've got Zelfa Barrett on there. We've got a great... the top of bills changed a little bit. We've got Ash Moran fighting Callum Pearson in his first 8-rounder.
Will he go goalie on it?
No, he's had to pull off, Willie. Oh. He's got a little bit of an injury, so he's had to pull off. But it has a good... What's good about this is we've got a lot of fights. We have learning fights.
Yeah.
And you also have those next level learning fights.
Yeah.
And we've got quite a few of them. We've got somewhere... I'm not sure who wins, and normally, you know, we can predict if you're in the home corner, you're going to win, you know, because these are what they're there for, learning fights, so you become slightly better.
Yeah, definitely. And, definitely, it's what I want, really. I'm learning as much experience as I can, like you said to me before, fight by fight, step by step, stepping stone, fight at a time, you know what I mean? So no rushing the career.
Do you know something? You're 22, you're still a baby. Yeah. But what I like about you more than anything, Harry, is your enthusiasm, mate. You are living the dream, aren't you, mate?
You know what, I'm happy, you know what, I come training happy. I mean, no one wants to come training wrong, it's shit training.
65 stairs you have to walk up there. I've just counted them, 65 stairs. Yeah, but the problem is, because it's curved, it's a spiral staircase, you get dizzy by the time if you try and do it too fast, I get dizzy, mate, you know what I mean? So, 65 steps. I've been up and down there a few times today. Yeah. No, so that's enough to keep. I've done my exercise for the day. I've done my exercise for the week.
Get warm down to go down. No, but like you say, Lee, I'm happy all the time. You know what I mean? I'm coming to training happy. I'm getting up in the morning happy. You know, without boxing, I wouldn't be happy. So, to me, I've won in life because I'm happy.
But we're saying that you're happy for the right reasons, though, because listen. You had no expectations of what you were going to do in the pro game, and you just wanted to find out.
It's a big step, man. Yeah.
And what you're finding out is that you're doing pretty good, and also you're making people smile. I mean, your fans go mental for you, because you know why? Because you don't leave anything. When you get out of that ring, you've left everything in there, mate.
Yeah, after my fight, I tried to put my best performances on. Like from my first fight, I've learned from my first fight. I've adapted it into my second fight. I put a better performance on. In this fight, you're going to see a better performance from my second fight into my third fight. But like I say, I put it all in there. But to my fans, I come round and I try my best to see everyone after me fight, every one of my tickets, because at the end of the day, without them, I wouldn't be here.
No.
You know what I mean? Without all these sponsors, you know, I started off with 5.
They're growing as well, aren't they, mate?
All of them there, you can see them there. But big shout out to all of them.
They'll all be running down in the bottom corner of this video.
Definitely.
Just to let people know that they make the journey. It's not an easy journey, but they make it a little bit easier, don't they?
Yeah, they do put me out there on their pages, and I advertise them and get them if it's work or just advertisement, you know what I mean? But I'm happy and grateful for what they do for me. One of them's bought me pretty much nearly a full set of gear. You know, I'm grateful for that as well, and I'm grateful for everyone who buys the ticket.
Well, you didn't know you had that many gloves now, you don't know which one to wear, do you?
I've got 4 pairs of gloves, I've got 2 bags and 2 sparring.
But saying that, today I got to spend a little bit more time with you than I normally do.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it, mate, because I've seen big improvements already, mate. Big improvements.
Thank you.
Today watching you, because like I said, after having that hard session, how many rounds was that you did there?
Probably about, I'd say 6 to 8.
Yeah.
6 to 8 in total.
And it was done slightly different. It was
like
one
in,
person
one out.
staying.
Different techniques. So you never know, like then 1 in 1 out systems and stuff like that. You never know when your opponent's going to change mid-fight, after round. So it's
keeps
good.
You on your toes.
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes. It keeps thinking. Like Reese, for example, he's good on the inside. Alex, he's good on the range. He's got a good engine. You know what I mean? So one minute I'm fighting and sparring him, next minute I'm sparring an aggressive person. So like you say, you never know when your opponent's going to switch on, and mid-round, after round.
So you're preparing for everything?
Yeah, pretty much everything.
Before we go on about your opponent, because we've got your opponent as well, we've got Jake Osgood.
Yeah.
I think by the time, I'm hoping that you'll be his 70th fight, mate. I think it was only a fight ago, he got his second win. It might have been by default. The guy injured his arm, and so he won by TKO because the guy couldn't continue. But a guy who's fought many times on our shows, and I like him. He's in great condition, and he comes and gives you a real test. Yeah. And like you say, you know, his experience over you is vast.
Yeah, he's got experience. I mean, 70 fights, 69 fights, 70 fights, says it all. So he's got the rounds, he's got the experience. For example, Naeem Ali and Paul Scaife had the rounds and experience. So I'm glad to be taking these step by steps, these stepping stones.
Because, like I just said, I've seen a massive impact. I filmed one of your last amateur fights, didn't I?
Yeah.
That was at Ashton, wasn't it? Ashton, the hotel there.
Jack Swallow, it was.
Yeah. And I've just been watching, because like I say, I don't get a chance to spend as much time as they have done today. And your footwork, your jab, your backhand, your uppercut, these are all shots that are looking a lot neater, a lot tidier, a lot, you know, you're just a massive transformation. And I normally wait until you've been a pro about a year before I ask this question. But I'm going to ask it now, because you've intrigued me today. How do you think you'd fare against yourself in your last amateur fight now, just 6 months into your pro career?
I don't know really. I'd say I'd get the better of myself from 6 months ago to now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd say I'm better than now. Like, for example, my debut. I mean, I was a bit all over the show, you know, it's my debut and stuff like that, but now I'm switched on and focused. I could probably find the openings where I was opening. Like, I watch it back now to my second fight, and it's a big difference. And I still watch that fight against Jack Swallow. Yeah. I had a really good fight with him. I enjoyed that. That was a really good fight.
Well, like you say, I've noticed today, like you say, I don't often get the chance to spend as much time as I have done today, because I've been here over a couple of hours. I got here just before you arrived. And I've been pleasantly surprised, mate. And I like this because, you know, you also, I don't care whatever you're doing there, I'm always smiling, mate, because often I get frustrated when I feel like the fighter is holding back a little bit, and I say, oh, just go again. That's something I never have to worry with you. You're always going. You've got a great engine on you, mate.
Yeah, 4 rounds. Yeah, in that last round against Paul Scaife, I think I drew that one. Because it was 40, I think it was 39, 38.
I don't think it was that close.
Oh no, 39-37 it was, I think.
Right.
So I think we drew the last. Oh no, it was 40-30.
40-37.
I think it was.
I don't know. I'd have to check the score.
I think the last round we drew. I watched it back with Bri the next day, and I kept watching. I thought, you know what, I'd probably take a draw in that last round.
But you put a lot into it. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, that first and second.
Paul Scaife's on 60 fights now. You know, these guys have done it week in, week out. You know, they've got that experience running. But he had to weather a terrible storm from you early on in that fight, and did well to weather it.
I caught him with a few good right hooks, but we were working on with him. To be fair, a big shout out to Paul Scaife for that fight. It's amazing. I love that fight. But his tattoos give his openings away in his bodies, and then every time I went to the body, he dropped his hands, and then you get the temple there, and then I try and over the top, and if you watch back, you can see some shots where I landed him to the body, and then in like the first round, and I think it was like the 45th second, so I landed about 9 hooks on his head to my right hand.
So preparations here today have gone really well. Like you say, that was finishing off.
Every training session goes really well. Hard, and that's what we want.
But who have you been sparring with now? Has it all been in-house? Because you've got a week on Saturday before you step through the ropes for fight number 3.
Yeah, so at the start of like my 6-week camp, I don't really have a camp for 4 rounders. I just keep going.
That's the way to say, mate.
So I have, for my fights, I'll have the Sunday off, back in training Monday, but it's a light week because you never know when you're going to get that phone call for a 4 round or a 6 round, so it's always good to keep busy. So I'll have a steady week that week and then back into proper training. But at the start of camp, I was sparring a German boxer, professional boxer. I can't remember his first name, but it's Can Kelly. He's the WBO youth champion in welterweight, and he was training for his fight in Dusseldorf in Germany. So we're having good spars there. I was doing 6 rounds with him twice a week, nearly 3 times a week. I think I've done that for about 2.5, 3 weeks, and then like the back end of my camp.
So we can say preparation's gone really well.
Yeah, really well. And the back end I've been sparring Alex and Reese and a few others. I mean, whenever we get sparring, I'm always saying yes to sparring. Brian rings me, right, sparring tonight, right, sparring tomorrow.
Well, when Brian mentioned it, I thought the session was over. Brian mentioned to it, and your face lit up and went, oh yeah, go on then.
Yeah, go on, why not? You know what I mean? You're here, you might as well. No point saying, oh no, and go on a bag. You know, it's a fun part of training, sparring, getting your head kicked in, and it's all learning, Lee. It's all learning.
Yeah, well, like I
say, I'm happy.
I was pleasantly surprised, mate. I've seen things that I've not seen you do before. You know, your footwork was a lot better, a lot more movement in there. You jab nice and sharp, and like I say, those shots that are coming off. But saying that, you do mix your shots up really well. You do go from body to head, and you've done that in your previous fights as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people do forget about the body, you know, to be fair, I'd say. I mean, a lot of the knockouts do come from head, but it's always nice to get a body shot in there and then you go, ooh, but it takes them out of you. So if you like start landing the body shots early rounds, they're fucked to come round 3 or 4, 5, 6, whenever. You know what I mean? So it's the early rounds, and one person I do watch with body shots is Ricky Hatton.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He's the best out there for body shots for me.
He was wonderful, wasn't he?
Very good.
He was
shout out Ricky Hatton as well to do the hand wraps on me a second fight.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, because Luke Vaughan was on first and we had to start the show because the doctor came late.
Right.
So we had no one to wrap my hands because Luke Vaughan was on first, I was on third, so Ricky
massive bonus that then, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it was pretty weird to have Ricky to wrap my hands. I mean, so thanks for that if you ever watch this video, so thanks Ricky for that. But yeah, it's been good, so next week, third fight, third ring walk. Hate the ring walk.
You say that, but you seem to really enjoy it when I was watching, because I remember I was paying attention because the ring walk, you're walking right to where I was sat.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, were you waving to the crowd, getting them to go?
You've got to get them to go. You know, you've got to give them the money's worth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is somebody tells me he hates it.
I do hate it. I feel sick inside. I don't like doing it, but once I make that first step, then you're away, then you know what I mean? So you walk. The
showman comes out then.
The most part I hate is I'm walking to the ring to fight.
Yeah.
So I'm walking into the fight, not out the fight or before in the back warming up. I'm thinking about walking into that ring, and once I'm in that ring and that bell goes, I'm like, right, once that jab lands, all the nerves can settle a bit. Still nervous throughout the fight because you don't know what's going to come, but.
Well, final hard week is almost over. You've only got a few more days and then it's rest and recover until June the 7th.
Yeah.
We're going to be down there, we're going to be filming it. You know, we're going live with Boxing News as well. So it's a really big show to be on there. You're going to showcase your skills to a much bigger audience than normal. We're on our own YouTube channel, Boxing News YouTube channel, and we've got a real big production on it, mate.
Yeah,
we've got
I'm really happy
loads
to
of cameras.
Be on the big card. Yeah, big massive shout out to Steve as well for putting me on this big card.
Yeah.
Like you say, if this is the show of the year, then That's my world title of the year for me, the biggest show of the year, and I just want to thank everyone
this
for
is the
buying
one
tickets.
that is a step towards where you want to go, isn't it,
Yeah,
mate?
one step close, like you say, Lee. One step, one fight at a time. No rush is here to rush my career.
Is Louise going to be speaking to you afterwards and saying, win number 3?
Definitely. 3-0. 3-0. I'm looking forward to this one. It's my 3rd fight, so. But I'm gonna dedicate every fight, and this one's for the fans. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm happy. So they buy a ticket off me. I'm giving them out, and it just makes me happy to. So,
well, I'm happy because what I've seen today and what we were talking about, I'm hoping that what we were talking about is brought into the thing, and if it does, I think we're in for a real good night,
definitely.
mate. From you.
I'm surrounded by the right people. Lee. I've got an amazing team. My coach Bry. I've got you guys, VIP boxing.
Yeah.
I've got my dad there pushing me all the time. I've got, for me, the best fans in the world, the biggest supporters in the world. You know, I've got, to me, the best sponsors in the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So
Can't ask for more, can you, mate?
I can't ask for any more. That, to me, that's my world title. The fans, the sponsors, and the team. I can't ask for a better team. So big shout out to all them, and big shout out to Bry for putting the time into me.
He loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he loves it.
Top man.
Loves it. Best coach out there.
Right, well, listen, good luck for the rest of the camp, like you say, and we'll see you on the 7th.
Definitely.
And hopefully we'll be talking to you and saying win number 3, mate.
Definitely. 100%.
Take care, Harry.
See you later, pal.
Bye, mate.
Bye.
The latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north. Click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.